Thanks, Dr. Ganpati and the organizers for giving me an opportunity here. As Mr. Speaker from Slovenia said, possibly doctors don't understand IT. I think I'm the only doctor. I'm a nephrologist and I do kidney transplants. I think we also understand IT to a fair degree. As I understand, as a doctor's take IT, our e-health is, one, when a patient walks to your hospital or healthcare, you should be able to generate electronic medical record of the person. He goes to a doctor who fills in the data, all his investigations, his CT, MRI, everything gets pooled in, so he has got an electronic medical record. He doesn't have to carry his files and x-rays and radiology, which he loses. That is one big advantage of e-medicine to doctors. Number two, the second advantage is obviously the diagnostics. Whatever CT, MRI or PET have come, this is all electronic media or computers which is helping the health. Third, whatever research is occurring, as you alluded to about the sickle cell disease or so, whatever the human genomic project is, whatever the DNA is, nobody, I am not counting or anybody is counting. The counting is done by computers. And that is where you understand the diseases and where the defective gene is. And that is where actually the treatment modality and research comes in. And logically, the fourth key issue is the health education, which doesn't need allusion. So I think I bring greetings to all of you from all the three services of Indian Army. Indian Army has to defend huge borders. We are the second biggest army of the world, and we defend over 2,000 kilometers of borders. And our terrain is diverse. Possibly 1 in every 8 or 10 person is sitting at this altitude. There are others who are in thick jungles, while others are in deserts, or some are underwater only. Besides that, we face temperatures which range from minus 55 in glaciers to plus 55 in thick deserts. More importantly, when we talk of e-health, we are not permitted to use 2G, 3G, internet or whatever, WhatsApp. So therefore, we do not have access to, majority of us, do not have access to these modern modalities, whereas somebody in Calcutta will just take a ECG, put it on WhatsApp and goes to cardiologist and he gives the answer. You are not able to do it. So therefore, what we have is only our own network, that is the intranet, what we call. Army has got its own net, Air Force its own net, FNet, our Army net, our Navy has got its own net. So three services have got its own intranet by which most of the locations are connected. So this is a wired network. Second, we have got a secured satellite communication which is sanitized. And third, we are going by the radio sets. In healthcare, we have got a three-tier system, if I bring it. We have got small MI rooms or setups where doctor is only one there with a nursing assistant or a compounder. Then we have got second tier where there are hospitals with basic specialists. And finally, we have got tertiary center, which are big centers with super specialists. Now, through our intranet, our peripheral doctors who are sitting in remote places, they get access to our doctors, in basic doctors in different hospitals. And we have got through ISRO, we have got help, and we have got 18 hospitals which we have linked up. And these hospitals which are in border areas or other areas, they are connected by ISRO network to bigger hospitals so that the medical aid or the advice can be taken. And likewise, this is by the help of ISRO that we are connecting the medium-sized hospital with bigger hospital and using the telemedicine for patient benefit. When we come to bigger hospitals or the tertiary centers, we are like any of you or any corporate hospital, and we are not doing bad. We have got our HIS hospital information system in big hospitals with a lot of modules, but certainly I must admit some of these modules like the radiology is not fully functional, but we are having electronic data of most of our patients who come to bigger hospitals. Like Armed Forces Medical College is connected to National Knowledge Network. It has access to all the research publications. We transmit our CMEs, our continuing medical educations, from bigger hospital to smaller hospital through our Army nets or through ISRO. And we have got our modular OTs in bigger hospitals where the exception is taken that by internet we are able to take global consultations. Some of the areas which I thought I will share with you. One is the ships which are far away from shore. I mean, they have got no connectivity. But we have got a naval satellite by which every ship is connected to Bombay, and whatever ECGs or whatever things are, it is sent by the satellite to the hospital, and we give whatever aid or advice is required to them. We have got second, you'll be surprised if you see a photograph roundabout. That is one night people are sleeping, and next night when they get up, this is what happens. This is called pillaring effect in Siachen. The whole ice has melted and the people are sitting on top only. I mean, there is no access how to transmit the data. There is no wire network or anything occurring there. And there we have used our radio setups. The physiological parameters we are being recorded, and by the radio sets we are transmitting the data, whatever the basic data of the patients is. We tried it in Amarnath Yatra also, that all the people who are going there, if anybody gets disease, we used to transmit the data by radio nets. Certainly it takes time. If you see, this is one of the ECGs transmitted on 7th June. The transmission was done at 14:09 and it was received in Srinagar at 14:20. There was a gap because the transmission is slow by radio, so almost 11 minutes it took for ECG to go. But the data we are giving even in the remote places. We have also developed a software called iAushadhi. Unlike in civil areas where a hospital is buying or procuring its drugs, we have got almost 229 hospitals who have to demand drug from a central agency. So far it was on paper that you send it, the demand comes after a month or 2 months. So we have developed this. Now you are sending just by eNet, and this reaches to the AFMSD, Armed Forces Medical Store depots. And in 24 hours you are aware which medicine is available or which is not available, so that the local hospital can do the local purchase. So we are doing fairly all right, and what we are planning now is certainly to have LAN and HIS system in most of the hospitals. As one of the speakers also alluded to, it is going to take 5 to 7 years. It's not a rapid process. Then we want to integrate, that is one of my jobs, that all the networks what we have in Navy, Army, Air Force, we want to integrate so that today a patient is going to Naval Hospital, tomorrow he wants to go to an Air Force hospital, so that the data is linked and it can be accessed from anywhere. There's a proposal, we are taking it, that National Knowledge Network, it is all the hospitals of armed forces are connected to this. so that they can access the research articles from there. And one of my key mission is also to develop health smart card for armed forces, which we are going strong. And we are developing a 64 KB card which will have all the basic data, that what is his category, or what drugs he is receiving, last 10 hospital visit records, or whatever we can add in 64, because at the moment we do not have HIA system for all the hospitals. Therefore, we will not be able to feed the CTs or MRIs or X-ray in that, but we will be feeding the basic data. But once the hospitals get interconnected, once the servers are there, then logically the CT, MRIs and everything will go. We target that maybe, I can't comment, nobody can comment on these things, but possibly in next few years, we are targeting that every armed forces personnel should have a health smart card which he can carry along with him. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.